Ecuador, the President Guillermo Lasso declared on Wednesday night a 60-day state of emergency and the mobilization of the armed forces throughout the national territory, following the murder of the presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio. After concluding the emergency meeting of the Security Cabinet, the head of state decreed late on Wednesday the measure that affects the entire regional and national territory. Additionally, announced the deployment of military contingents and decreed a 3-day mourning period to honor the memory of the assassinated candidate. In the same speech, the president of the National Electoral Council, Diana Atamaint, assured that the elections will not be suspended due to these events.
At this moment, given the gravity of the events that have shocked Ecuador, I will proceed to sign 2 decrees. The first one declaring 3 days of national mourning to honor the memory of patriot Fernando Villavicencio Valencia, and the second decree declaring a state of emergency for 60 days. The armed forces will mobilize throughout the national territory to ensure the safety of citizens, the security of the country, and the free and democratic elections on August 20th.
And the president of the National Electoral Council, Diana Atamaint, also attending the emergency meeting, ratified that the early general elections scheduled for August 20th will not be suspended.
Ecuadorians, good evening. As an electoral function and as a part of the Ecuadorian states, we repudiate and condemn this criminal act and express our condolence to family, friends, and the political movement. We also communicate that the dates of the election scheduled for August 20 remain unalterable in compliance with the constitutional and legal mandate, as well as all the activities planned in the electoral calendar, approved by the plenary of the National Electoral Council.
And the assassination of Ecuadorian presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio has raised concerns after one of the alleged perpetrators died inside the premises of the public prosecutor's office. The candidate's relatives, after the attack, pointed out serious flaws in his security. Later, coalition colleagues and political analysts questioned the entire police handling of the investigation. The candidate was shot inside a patrol car, and sources close to him claimed that no one cleared the exit. So far, the police confirmed 6 detainees, but the main suspect of the crime, who was arrested wounded at the scene, was not taken to a hospital, but to a security local office under the administration of the public prosecutor's office, where he died after he sustained severe injuries. And Galo Valencia, the uncle of the Ecuadorian presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio, questioned the police absence and the lack of security in the place where the murder occurred.
This murder, we don't understand where the police were, where the police protection was, knowing that Fernando had a 96% danger of threats, and even more in the last few days. He was threatened by this criminal group. I don't understand where the police were to protect the life of Fernando and of those of us who were there.
And as part of the string of violent crimes that shook Ecuador, the bomb squad found an explosive device in the same place where Fernando Villavicencio was murdered. The package with explosives may have been thrown by the hitmen after the attack. Afterwards, the officers carried out a controlled detonation in a secured sector of the area, a few meters from the clinic where Villavicencio was killed. The wave of violence that is shaking the country worsened alarmingly this Wednesday when even the headquarters of his party, Movimiento Coalición, was vandalized.